I don't know what I said. I drank a lot of wine.
I think she was reading from Google.
She was not reading from
She
Google.
wasn't. Okay.
Margaret's very smart. She was a communications major.
No, I was an English lit major. Melanie was the communications major.
Marketing
I got
and
that. I double majored.
Oops.
English
We're
lit
both
and
good at
humanistic
English.
studies.
Yes.
But
Margaret.
Margaret's the smart one.
Margaret is the smart one. Like,
What am I?
I'm sorry. You are the
Oldest.
music.
Tall one.
That's it?
musical one.
I'm the oldest?
You are.
Oh, we're
That's
all
all I get?
pretty smart. We're all
Yeah.
pretty smart.
It's very comfortable. Do you have any words like that you say that like comfortable? Or interesting?
I say interesting, broken up, yes. Other people make it flow better.
Do you say comfortable?
Wednesday.
Wednesday?
That's how I have to spell
I
it.
don't actually,
Yeah.
Is that to this day? Do you really have to?
Yeah, I have
say
to think about it.
Wednesday?
Like in my head, I think about it. Yeah.
I totally get that.
Or February.
Yeah, February. I do say February sometimes.
I am thrilled to bits to announce our next guests.
Yay!
My sisters, Melanie and Margaret, not to be confused with Meredith and Margaret, because Trish keeps accidentally calling Melanie Meredith.
Meredith?
Yeah. And so Melanie and Margaret, and they are here from Wisconsin this week.
I don't feel like you're Meredith.
So we thought it would be fun to have them on and say all the fun things about Becs.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
Yay, thank you. We're excited.
We are thrilled to bits.
Thrilled to bits.
I'm elated.
Not to be confused with just being excited.
Or titillated.
Or titillated. Melanie has actually been listening to our episodes. In fact, I think she's caught
Every
up.
single one except for this last week
Yep,
because
she's
we were
listened
traveling.
to them all,
This-
and
Yep.
Margaret has listened to 0.
This
I
is
am
not
the
to make
bad
Margaret
sister.
feel bad. Margaret also has 5
Oh,
children.
it loaded.
Yep.
It loaded.
So that tends to take up a bit of time.
Yeah.
It's true.
5 children. What ages?
12, 10, 8, 6, 4. Wow. Or 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Well
Oh.
done.
I like that they're all 2 years apart.
I like that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Makes it easier for you anyway.
It's true.
And Melanie has 2 children.
Yes, and they're in between Margaret's children, and I was supposed to continue, but then my husband was like, nope.
She failed
Two's
me.
good.
So
Failed me.
I have an 11 and a 9-year-old boy.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah.
2 boys.
Mm-hmm.
I also have 2 boys,
2
but
boys,
then I have
3
3 girls.
What's the boy girl?
Girl, boy, boy, girl, girl.
Okay. Not that it makes any
Well,
difference.
the oldest
I was just
girl is
curious.
all alone at the top, in charge.
Yeah, as it should
Then
be.
she has to deal with the 2 brothers next.
True.
And
As
it's
it
cool
should
though
be.
because they all live in close proximity to each other, so they used to get to see each other all the time.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Yes, we form a triangle.
But at least they
Oh, nice.
they're
Between
nice.
you
Yep.
2 and your parents.
Yep, Green
Yeah.
Bay, Shawano, Stevens Point.
Wisconsin. And I am here in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico.
And I love it. And they are here visiting me. And
For
this
the
is
first time.
This is my first family to come visit me.
Yay.
we win.
We win.
What has been your favorite part of Palmas so far?
Seeing you.
Aww.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's the truth.
What do you like about the community though so far?
Everybody's super friendly.
Yeah.
Like, just hugging and hi and ready to shake our hands, and everybody seems like genuinely friendly.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Palmas is like the Midwest of Puerto Rico.
Yes, totally agree with that. I
It's
feel like not
it's a
weird.
special little bubble. And yeah, I love it so much. So I'm sure these two probably have some fun things.
I know.
To
I
talk
want to
about.
hear stories
from
about-
what? from
about growing up.
from our youth.
I want to hear embarrassing stories about Becs.
Oh, there's plenty of things. There's definitely plenty
so
of
many
things.
things.
Margaret's got a funny story about me. I don't know if this was in your notes.
So once upon a time, all right, when I was, I don't know how old, maybe like 10.
Wait. Hold. Pause.
Yeah.
Oldest.
Mm-hmm.
Middle.
Yes.
Youngest.
I am
What's
the
the
youngest.
what's the
We're
2
12,
years.
2 years.
Two. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's
So
the best.
okay,
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
so
I'm smack dab in the middle.
I am the youngest.
Melanie and I were so good until this one came into the picture.
It's
then,
true.
Then
Sure.
Melanie
Ruined
and
their
Margaret were like
lives.
besties.
We turned on each other.
And I was like
because we're
by
the
myself.
but now
Becs.
we're good again.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
good now.
That's
We
that's
were
what
good in.
happens
I mean, we were
to
good
the
in
middle.
high
Yeah,
school
we were
too.
Good. We were good in high school.
Because you hung out with me and my friends all the time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I liked hanging out with the older crowd.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Back to the original
Back
story.
to the
Sorry, I
original
just
story.
wanted to
To
make
the
sure
baby.
everybody
Yeah.
understood
I'm trying to
who
think
was.
which story you're saying.
So
right now.
I don't know even where I was or what I was doing, but I got it in my head that I should buy these little tiny piggy banks, like literally like the size of my thumb. And I wanted to.
So it doesn't hold much money.
Because I found ones that had Margaret. There was one that had Margaret, one that had Melanie, and one that had Rebecca or Becky. I don't remember what it said.
I think it
don't
was
know.
Becky at
Yeah.
the time. So this would have probably
And-
been high school, right?
Maybe I think it was before that. I'm not
Okay.
sure. But I thought they were cool. So I got them for my sisters and myself. And I dug through I had like a beer barrel piggy bank. It was wood and it was shaped like a beer barrel because when in
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, you know. So I dug through it and I found a 1986 penny. That's when I was born. A 1984 penny for when Becky was born, and a 1982 penny
This is
for when
embarrassing.
Melanie was born.
Oh.
And so I give them their little piggy banks, and I gave it to Melanie first, and I'm like, and there's a 1982 penny in it. And then I gave it to Becky, and I said, and there's a 1984 penny in it for your birth year. And she's like, what? How did you find one with a 1984 penny in it?
That had my name on it.
That had my name on it.
And I was genuinely like just
It's
surprised.
True. It's true. So she did not realize that I had put the 1984 penny in it.
Yeah.
So now every time that she does something that's like a little bit ditzy, I go 1984 penny.
And that's funny. Yeah, I did that.
Was she
I
blonde then too?
I have
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I have these blonde moments from time to time, and it's like embarrassing, but also I don't care. But it because it is funny. I can laugh at myself. I remember when I lived out in California, and I really love old bookstores. And there was this bookstore in Hollywood that was going to be going out of business, and so I went because I love the smell of like old books. And they had all these signs up, like handwritten signs for each section: fiction, nonfiction, cooking, whatever, right? And I had a friend with me. This is like a 2-part story. There was somebody there because it was like one of the last days that they were going to be open, and so they were taking pictures for like a news article. And my friend came up to me and because I was staring at one of the signs, and I was just like, how did they not notice this? I'm like, they spelt psychic wrong. And I'm like, why would you need a psychic section? And my friend was like, Becky, that's physics. And I'm like, oh my God. So then like there's this photographer, this news guy in there, and he's like, hey, kid, I need to get a picture with a person in it. Can you like hold a book and like just look like you're like reading? And so I'm like, sure. So I just grabbed the first book, and of course I'm thinking about, do I look okay? You know? And I'm not really paying attention to the book. So he takes the picture only to realize the book
Joy of sex.
No, it was a cooking it was a cooking book, but I was holding it upside down.
Oh.
So
Classic.
you know, like,
Classic Becky.
these moments happen from time to time, and whatever. It's okay. If it gives somebody else a laugh, I'm happy.
Becky is not typically an athletic person
It's true.
by nature.
She was a cheerleader in high school.
But she gets really fast
When she's drunk.
And when she's afraid of things.
Oh.
Oh no. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I have so many stories because I was always the responsible one and had to like watch out for my sisters. Really, just Becky,
Hold on a
because Margaret
second.
was a good kid.
Let's preface this by
true.
saying, after I got out of a very bad relationship,
This was
I
before
moved.
that.
I moved from Minnesota back to Wisconsin, and I was like swearing off guys, and I just went out with friends and had a good time for like a year. So continue.
So there's
Uh-oh.
many times that I went to go find my sister in various cities around our area.
In bars.
And two times for sure.
At least I always called you. I
Yes,
never
you always
drove.
called me. You never called Dad, but you always called me, and I
Never
always
drove.
answered. No, you
Good
never drove. You were
Yeah,
very
good job.
responsible when you came to that. But she also had a stick shift car, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so that's going to come into play. But one time I had my friends, because we all each had like a drink or two, so I wasn't driving, but you called me, so I had Dave and one of our friends drive, and we drove to Port to go find you. I found her in the first bar, and she ran. She ran away. Then you know what she did? She ran into the next bar, because this street has like 5-6
But
bars.
She called you. So
Yeah.
why is she running?
I
No,
wasn't
because
ready
she
yet.
runs. And okay,
She was like, no, not yet. Come get me, but not yet.
yeah, no. And I played basketball and track, so I could run. I could definitely sprint.
Yeah.
When she drinks, I cannot keep up with her. She gets like lightning fast. I don't understand, and I don't
It's
even
her
think she's wearing
superpower.
like regular shoes. And she ran into the next one. I think by the fourth bar,
I wore heels back then.
I
too.
got her,
High
and
heels.
I like put my arm around her, and I said, "You're coming with me." And I had to drag her back to the car.
Aw.
Then we get back to my parents' house, and you know what? I open up the door. She took off running again down the street.
And where was she going to go?
I don't know, because it's all farm fields.
I thought it was funny. I think I was laughing the whole time.
Yeah, she was giggling
Like, you
and
can't catch
running.
me.
And it took me about 2 blocks to get you. And then I did, and I dragged your ass home.
Yeah.
And then you were covered in makeup, covered. And,
And-
she was always a stickler about, like, I don't want to go to bed with makeup on, and I'm going to get
'Cause
acne.
I'll break
and,
out,
yeah.
yeah.
And so she's giggling at me, and I'm pinning her to the bed, and I take face wipes. And I'm literally like basketball hand, like just putting the face wipe over her face and just
and
rubbing
I'm like,
it.
And I'm like this.
And
and
she's laughing the whole time.
And then I'd like tilt back. I'm like, "Mrr,"
And I
I'd fall on
literally
the bed.
walked out of the room, and I'm like, stay. Like you would a dog.
Right.
Stay. Don't move. Don't go anywhere, because I'm not coming back. And then another time.
Did
that
she go to
gets-
sleep after that?
I think
I'm
so.
sure I passed out.
I
after
locked
that.
the door, so
Yeah.
You like barricaded her in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I left Mom and Dad's. I locked all the doors and closed your door,
This was
and I
soon
was
after
like,
I moved back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then another time, so this is fear fast. Then she goes into fear fast mode. So we took her up north to Eagle River to my husband's grandparents. They have a main house and a cabin. And she decided it was a good idea with my mom to go out in the paddle boat
This was
into the
hilarious.
middle of the lake.
Okay, I know this story. You were out with Dave first. You guys were out paddling around on it, and then we went in there next.
So she
Okay.
thought it was safe.
So I
So
thought,
she
it,
thought
was
it was
safe.
safe. So then I'm coming out from the main house, and I just hear screaming.
We're in the middle of
Mom
the lake.
and her in the middle of the lake sinking. Like the
Yeah, they're
paddle
taking
boat
on
is
water.
3/4 the way under the water.
So it had been
No.
filling up with water.
And she
But
is
you didn't
wasn't-
realize?
No.
Oh, when you were out.
Yes.
because nobody checked to see if the plugs were in. The plugs were not in.
Yeah.
So it's sinking.
And mind you, I have a
Jeez.
deep fear of like dark water.
And
Yes.
fish.
Deep dark
Yes,
water
how did,
and
how
fish,
did
fish
Becky
with
end up in
teeth.
Puerto Rico?
And
Yeah.
there's big muskie
And
in
there's,
this
yeah,
lake.
there's muskies in
But
this
they
lake.
will
So
never bite somebody
I
like just
don't-
swimming.
I
That's
don't
not a
care.
thing.
But I have to feed my fear. Like I watch like things like Lake Placid. Like you don't know what's at the bottom of that lake. I don't know. So I go into panic mode, and I fight or flight. Right.
I have never seen her swim so fast.
And
she ran.
I'm
She
sure.
swam. I don't even know how you got on the
I
dock
dove-
because there's no ladder.
I dove. I left my mom with
yeah.
the sinking
So my
ship.
mom
Yeah,
is
she
screaming
totally
in the middle of the
abandoned her.
lake.
Wow.
And I
Yeah.
know.
This
You're like,
was
sorry,
hilarious.
Mom.
I know.
Live
I
or
know.
die situation.
Yeah.
I know. And so I dove and I just swam my ass to shore, leaving my mom.
And she ran
then
on land
and I
went
jumped
straight
I,
in the cabin.
Hopped onto the pier,
Yeah.
and then I kept running.
You were like
Yeah.
superhuman
She was
strength
like
that
Forrest
day.
Gump.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
my poor mom is in the middle of the
She's like, I
lake.
didn't
Drowning.
wanna-
Well,
In
she can
well,
swim, but,
not
like,
drowning,
she
but in
didn't
a
wanna-
sinking ship.
Yeah.
She didn't want to leave.
So
it.
I jumped into my clothes and
was the
saved my mom while
responsible
Becky
one.
ration into the cabin.
Yeah,
Wow.
I was there. I just
That's
watched
that's
'cause
a
I'm the youngest.
firstborn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would do the same. I'd go save my mom.
Yeah.
And it's funny because like when I'm we talked about this on another episode, like when I'm like overserved or whatever, I tend to think that I'm like a ninja.
Yes.
And I'm
That
not.
was that was on Monica's
I
episode.
mean,
was
there's hand gestures and leg kicking and jumping and running and sounds like wah wah.
I just want to say that, and this is random, but I think that I was part of your like training for running. Do you remember when we used to? It was usually like November, December when we'd start listening to Christmas music,
and we'd run.
and we would run around the pool table in the basement
We would.
to like run Rudolph.
Yes, yes.
Or
and
rocking around the Christmas tree.
Rocking around the Christmas tree, and you and I would chase each other, and we would run in circles for a long time
Yes,
around the
it
pool
was
table.
Stupid. How
Oh,
long we
so
ran in
stupid.
circles.
And we keep running.
Yeah.
What,
and
what
you
is that?
didn't get
But
dizzy.
so
No.
no.
Those were
it's
the
a pool
days.
table.
We
Yeah.
were young.
Well, because you were kids and you were having fun.
We were
and
like
mom
teenagers.
appreciated you getting energy out.
We
Well,
were
still.
teenagers, which is funny because like this is kind of parts of things that Melanie missed because she went to college and then it was just
Bye.
like you and me in the house.
Yeah.
And like we had a sunroom with a hot tub,
Oh.
and like Margaret and I would go and we'd hang out in the hot tub at nights, and we
It's
would
true.
we would routinely listen to like BB Mac because that album was fantastic.
It still is.
And we would blast the music and we would belt out the songs, and the sunroom is connected to our dad's office, and my dad's like always working on the computer, and I'm like I never really thought about it, but like we would belt out songs and dad would just be sitting there working on his computer, which you can hear us.
It's true.
You can hear us just
Yeah.
fine. I never asked him about that.
Well, that probably made him smile. He probably loved to hear his daughter singing.
It wasn't good.
That doesn't matter.
We-
When you're
I
a
think
parent, you
we're
love
good.
to
Oh,
hear
I'm sorry.
that.
Margaret was
so
definitely.
good.
Margaret has a good voice. I do not.
So do you.
No.
Whatever.
You've got a good pop
But those
star
are
voice.
those are good memories. Like
Mhm.
I really appreciate that stuff. There are things that they've done to me that are mean, especially Melanie. Like when we were kids, my dad had a garden in back, and he had tomatoes. And Melanie would grab like a green tomato, and I'd be on the swing set swinging. She'd be like, "Look, Becky, tomatoes puke," and she would squeeze it, and it would like all the guts of the tomato would come out, and it would really gross me out. Like it took me a very long time into my adult years to eat tomatoes.
But that's what older sisters are for.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, later on, then.
Well, you picked on me too.
I don't
That's
know.
true.
Are we gonna get into
no,
that?
That's accurate.
Is it?
We need a counselor. Oh, well, that's why
Oh, that's
I was
Margaret.
born.
Yeah, that's why Margaret. She's yeah. That's unfair.
That's why you need to have 3, I think.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's
But
fine.
no, but over the years, Melanie has always been like that. Like to this day, Thanksgiving, she sends me a picture of her when she's eating mashed potatoes, and she opens up her mouth and sticks her tongue out at me with a mouthful of mashed
no,
potatoes.
it's a squeezing it through the
Yeah.
teeth.
I'm
Oh.
sorry.
Yes.
Squeeze it through the tape.
Because it's been
That's
tradition
classic.
since we were like could eat mashed potatoes. I've been doing that to
mean,
you for like since we were
If
probably
she didn't
2 and
do
4.
it, wouldn't you feel forgotten?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you always have lived
you
far
need to
away. So I
expect
feel
it
like
now.
we need to know that, like, or
Yeah.
you know that we're thinking about you on Thanksgiving. So I send you pictures or videos
If
of that.
she didn't love you, she wouldn't
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Aw, it's from the heart.
If I didn't care, I
it's
wouldn't
from the heart.
do anything. But I care enough.
Well,
Right.
That's very true. That's very true. We have little things that we to this day like because I don't know if you remember the show when you were kids, Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Oh yeah.
And
course.
okay, so do you remember Jambi, the genie in the box?
Oh, yeah.
And he said Bekka-lekka-hi.
No, it's Bekka-lekka-hi,
No, it
Bekka-hiney-ho.
isn't. It isn't.
Nope,
it
it's
isn't.
Bekka-lekka-hi,
Bekka-lekka-hi.
Bekka-hiney-ho.
It's Bekka-lekka-hi, Bekka-hiney-ho. And to this day,
We are going to have to fact check this.
to this day, she says Bekka-lekka-hi and Bekka-hiney-ho. To this day, on my birthday card, happy birthday, happy 40th, Bekka-lekka-hi and Bekka-hiney-ho. And I'll call her, be like, it's Mecca.
Yeah, but Becca sounds better.
Yep, it does. It flows. Bekka-lekka-hi, Bekka-hiney-ho.
Are you looking it up right now?
It is.
I'm
It
telling-
is. It is Mecca.
It is
I will
Mecca.
vouch for that. But
I will never admit to that.
Becca
because
sounds
it is
way better.
Becca.
Becca
Just
Bear.
because it's fun. Yeah,
Becca
Becca
Bear.
Bear.
Melanie,
Oh, Becca
you know what,
Bear. We love you. Should we talk about how Becky's a cheater?
Only
cheater,
in-
pumpkin eater.
only in one thing.
Mm.
Yep. I am a stickler.
Erin should play board games with you.
No, Erin should play Candyland with me. That is the one game that I will cheat in.
How do you cheat at Candyland?
You also cheat at word
You
games.
fold over the cards that are the good cards, so
She
then you
earmarks them.
Yeah, you see
Yeah.
they're crinkled a
So
little,
she
so
can
then you
go
know which one is
farther.
which. Yeah, absolutely. I remember, like, oh the gosh, this would have been many years ago, like maybe 2015, and I was around the girls and we were talking because they were attempting to cheat. I'm like, don't cheat. Like, nothing good comes from it. And I said, there's only one game that I will cheat in. And that is Candyland. And Ava said, she got all serious. She's like, Becky, don't do that.
Aw, they're good girls.
Yeah,
Not
they are.
you.
I know. They're good. This is good.
You also cheat at word games.
No, I don't.
You like to Google things.
No.
Oh, Quiddler. Quiddler.
No. In that game, you're allowed to look up things when it's not your turn.
But you have severe symmetry OCD.
I don't want to talk about
You
that.
way worse than me.
Okay, so it happened.
It's a family trait,
So
by
we
the
were
way.
playing Mexican
don't
train
have that.
dominoes last night, and like the bar underneath the table is going long, so I needed it to be parallel with the bar under the table because otherwise it's wrong.
It felt aggressive to her.
Well, and on
Like
top of
the
it, Margaret
domino
was
was
being a little
attacking her.
a-hole because
It's
she
true.
kept on like turning her train upside down and stuff, so I kept turning it right
Oh,
side
yeah.
up.
So I have a son
It
too
was
that
just a
also
little
has
steady.
this. So we've learned through counseling, and I've learned too to challenge ourselves with our OCD, and so we'll challenge each other. So I was bringing that to Becky, and she did not like that.
No.
She does not like to be challenged.
It's not a
But-
problem.
I was
It's not a
also
problem.
challenging. I wasn't being a dick, I promise.
Dad has it. I think we get it from Dad.
I think we do.
Yeah.
Because we would mess around with Dad a little
didn't
bit. Like
get it.
with his desk, our dad's desk was always neat and tidy.
And
Like,
his workshop
well, just to note,
outside.
both of our parents are super neat and tidy. But my dad, like his workshop, his desk, everything.
Everything has its place.
Everything has its place, but like stacks of papers are always parallel with the, you know what I mean? So
It's
we would-
symmetry OCD.
It's symmetry,
yeah.
right? Yes, and
Yeah.
and so we would be like testing it out. Like at least I would do this because I'm horrible. But I would be talking to him, and as I'm like eyes looking at him when we're having a conversation, I would take my hand and I would just shift the papers, and so they're like off centered.
You're
And
terrible.
I know.
So you can challenge Dad, but we can't challenge you.
No, because I've
Two-edged
gotten worse
sword.
with age. I've gotten worse. And so, yeah, and I've tilted the papers and then
How do you know
without,
he didn't get worse
like,
with age?
like dad will not like skip a beat. He'll just automatically move them right back as he's still talking to you. So
That's what you did with my train.
Did you guys have games that you consistently played growing up?
We brought
Oh.
Scrabble
Yahtzee.
camping. Or
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Oh yeah,
Sorry,
it was always
Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Yeah,
We did
not
a lot of
Scrabble. Yahtzee. You're right.
Yeah. Yahtzee was a big one.
We
we
Mom
get-
and Dad did. Mom and Dad really play games
get
with
it-
us. We played games
Yeah,
together.
well, we'd get a new
Life.
game for Christmas every year.
Yeah,
That
we
was
played
it.
Life a
that,
lot.
like
Yeah,
never
we did like
game.
Life. We liked Life.
Yeah, Monopoly sucked.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
yeah.
not a Monopoly family, but now my youngest son is Monopoly crazy, so I play Monopoly all the time.
I
Like
taught-
he has all the different versions of Monopoly,
Last time I was in Wisconsin, I taught Melanie Mexican train dominoes,
and
now
I'm
she loves it.
officially addicted.
Yeah, nobody will
That's
play
fun.
with her there, so
Aw.
she was excited to play here.
Yes.
Oh, Erin, I wanted to tell you, you have something in common with Melanie. She also does not care for birds.
No,
Any birds?
no, I hate them all, and I will eat them all if I can.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's violent.
I feel like we need to put a discllaimer at the beginning of this.
Yeah.
No.
I don't want.
No,
Peter.
birds always.
Peter's like, who's this woman?
Yeah, birds like just they're tasty. I mean, most of them. But
I like pheasants.
but like
Pheasants are
seriously,
good,
they're mean and they have little beady eyes and they
Yeah.
attack.
Mm-hmm.
I've been
They'd be
attacked by
freakier if they didn't
lots
have
of
beady
birds.
eyes. If they had big old eyeballs, that'd be
Doesn't matter.
scarier.
All eyeballs.
I love birds.
Have you been attacked by birds, Erin?
I just feel like mostly it's pigeons that I dislike, but they freak me out because they like fly at you.
Yeah.
You'll just be sitting there minding your own business, and then all of a sudden it's like,
Yeah. At the beach club yesterday, what were those birds?
Grackles.
They were flying right by my head.
yeah, and they scare the
They're
shit
not
out of me.
gonna
Yeah.
bother you. They just
I know,
want
but
food.
I feel like they're gonna run into me someday.
What's
Probably
that Hitchcock
fly.
movie, Birds
The
or whatever?
Birds.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah.
That's what I picture.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yep.
Aaron also doesn't like frogs though. And
Oh, I
you-
love
yeah.
frogs
So-
and toads and
so
turtles.
and, yeah.
It's a
I
good
took
thing
them
you're
to
a boy
the-
mom.
I
I
took
would
them-
not have been a good boy
I
mom.
the
took them to the
coqui
Terra
frogs?
Carpus
Okay,
Forest
those
today.
are fine.
Okay.
The coquis are fine because they're little. I don't mind the little teeny.
They're little and cute.
But like we have the
They look like little aliens with
what
their
are
big
they?
black
What are the
eyes.
toads called here?
Cane toads.
Cane toads.
Well, yeah.
And I dislike them for multiple reasons. I
Well-
dislike them because they're gross and big, and
But they're also
but
dangerous
they also
to dogs.
could kill my dog.
Exactly.
Is that
Oh.
like Cain and Abel or like sugar cane?
Sugar cane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Becky and I used to make up dances. Well, mostly she choreographed.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys
This does not
Palmas,
surprise
do you
me.
guys know
I do
the
this to this day.
moves that Becky has?
They know.
Yep, she knows. Yep. She's so good. We would do choreographed things.
We would.
Mhm.
We would. There was some boy band that we rewrote the lyrics to
NSYNC,
it,
Backstreet Boys, they listened to
and we wrote it on a
that.
Did
piece
you?
of paper.
No. Yes,
Yeah.
I remember this, but I can't remember what it
It
was.
was that Wet Dreams by
Oh, O-Town.
O-Town. wasn't it like Wet Dream? Was that what it was called?
Yes.
And we
What a
rewrote it
horrible
to
title.
our own words to that. Yeah, O-Town.
Was it
Gosh.
a cleaner version?
Probably.
No. Well, maybe. Yeah, it was.
If I
cleaner.
was a part of it, probably.
We were talking-
I'm much more innocent.
We were absolutely.
It's
You know,
true.
the dance moves were good though, because we would have family reunion once a year,
Mhm.
and because we have like what 30 some odd cousins, like first cousins, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And so we would have like talent show because they're like, let's do things to occupy the kids, right? And so we would have like talent show, and we would do dances. Like
Yeah.
I just recently saw on Jeannie, because we have this like family group, and she's like a big genealogist, and she's been posting all of pictures and all this stuff on this page, which is
Wait,
awesome.
is her name Jeannie?
Her name is Jeannie,
And
and,
she's
she
a
likes
genie.
genealogy.
Oh yeah.
No.
and
Yes.
she's so awesome, and I love her so much. And she has like made like her life's work like our family's genealogy.
Oh, I love that.
It's absolutely incredible
Yeah.
how far she's gone back.
That's really cute.
And but she also recently has been posting a ton of pictures from all of her albums. And so
Oh,
s-
we should maybe find a couple of gems.
yeah,
and-
well, we can.
and
I do
share
have the
those.
picture. I have the picture of Margaret and I. We were doing one of our dance. I think we were dancing to like Britney Spears'
Probably.
"Stronger." Maybe was that
Yeah.
our "Stronger" dance that we did?
Probably.
Yeah, and we were so cool.
No.
Yeah.
So Becky talked.
and Melody's
loved
like, it was
Britney
not cool.
Spears.
It was
Becky
not cool.
talked me into doing a dance at the PLCC Hoedown.
I never got to see
And,
that video.
just to
Oh,
note-
I have it. I'll show it to you.
Just to note, ladies, if you are not a member of the PLCC, please join. It's $40 a year. They have so many fun events.
And tell him Erin sent you because we started a new thing.
Yeah.
There's like a friendly board membership challenge, and I want to win it.
Oh, heck yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah. So
So
if you are listening to this and you're not a PLCC member, go sign up, but make sure that you tell them that Erin sent you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
want
Yay.
Erin to
Oh, I
win.
love that so much.
Right.
So
Erin needs to win.
needless to say, so here's what happened. Margaret, you'll understand this because okay, so like when I would watch movies that have random dance sequences in them, I'd have
Like
to learn.
Coyote Ugly.
I'd have to
or-
learn the dance moves.
Bring it
because-
on.
Yes, because it's fun for me, right? And it's right. And so
she was a cheerleader for a brief moment in time.
So there was a song when the new version, which I don't want to say new because it came out in like 2011, but the remake of Footloose came out, and which is a very good. Actually, they did a very good job on that. I usually don't like the
I
remix.
have not seen
They have what was the song?
Footloose.
Fake ID.
Fake ID.
Fake ID. And
ID.
they did this like dance to Fake ID. So I had learned it. And then so when this PLCC event came on and it was like my first like hoedown, I'm like, oh my God, Erin, okay. So I have this thing that I used to do and I think I'm cool and I'm not, but it's fine. And do you want to learn this dance with me? And then we can perform it at like the hoedown. And of course, Erin's so freaking awesome. She's like, yes. And then of course, so we're practicing. She's like, this dance is really hard.
No, this dance was really fucking hard. Like, like line dances are normally pretty easy. That's the same thing, right?
Yeah, but
You-
this,
you
but
learn,
this is,
like, a couple,
but this
like,
is not a typical
This
line
is
dance. This
not
was
a line
choreographed
dance.
for
It
the
was
movie.
so hard.
Exactly.
And so
Wait, so
I,
did you learn the whole thing?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I
we sure did.
practiced and
Oh, good
practiced
for
and
you.
practiced. And then you came over.
Yeah.
And we, like, the guys were downstairs and we're like, let's go upstairs and practice together. So
We're
we
in
did.
her office. We're in her office, and we shut the door. And I'm like, "Oh my God, this brings back so many good memories from high school." And like, we're literally in there practicing
Yeah.
these dance moves.
so
for
fun.
this-
And then I came over here and we practiced.
Yes.
And yeah.
And we practice in our boots, our cowboy boots.
We were, I mean, this was like weeks leading up to this event that we were practicing.
Yeah.
And
We
we
did
did
it.
it, and
We
it was
did it.
great. What about like family meals? So I know you said like sometimes you go downstairs and
Yeah, my mom
Not
was
really,
the queen. My
though.
mom was like the queen of casseroles. So
Yeah,
she would
so
she
good.
would routinely make a really good meal. Like my mom's a great cook.
Yeah, she
and
is.
and she'd make like pork chops and stuff. Like you love her pork chops,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And then if anytime that there was extra, she would like whip it up into this amazing casserole for the next day's dinner.
Nice.
And but most of the time we did have family dinner.
We had to sit at
We
the
had to sit
table.
at the
That was
table.
like
did you have
rare
to clean your
not.
plate?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
yes.
I have video footage
Yeah.
of Dad filming me at the table falling asleep
I
as a
did
kid.
that too.
because-
I also did that
because I wouldn't
but I
finish it.
faked it.
Because
Oh.
you're like, you will sit at the table until you finish your food. And I fell asleep at the table.
But that's because too they grew up during a different time.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and my dad is one of 10 children.
Okay.
So they didn't have a lot.
Yeah.
So like
They
you
ate a
ate
lot of
your food or
potatoes.
you didn't get it because somebody else ate it.
Right.
So I think,
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we each have fallen asleep at the table.
Yeah.
Like that we just
Yeah, I
did.
But
faked
Dad
it.
actually got it. And Dad, back then, you know, with the video camera, the big one that
Big
you like hang on
camcorder.
your-
Yeah.
big camcorder that was like on your shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
It was so big. And he would. My dad was always into like
Capturing moments.
video magic and stuff. So he would make it look like all of a sudden, he would pause it, but then he would start recording again, and so if it would flip from me, staring like being very pouty because I didn't want to eat my mac and cheese and chicken tenders. Like, come on, chicken
were you
nuggets
thinking?
and come on, like best dinner ever.
Yeah.
And then it would flip to me just like on top of it, like sleeping.
Okay, I have a question. How do you guys say the thing that you hang between two trees and lay on?
Okay, we just had this conversation
Okay.
with Trish.
Yes.
It is, I agree with Becky. It's
Thank you.
hammock.
Hammock.
I feel like that's how it should be pronounced, but I think because my in-laws, one of my brothers-in-law, regularly uses a hammock. I say it hammock, but
There's
I'm pretty
no
sure
I.
I
There's
didn't
no I in
grow up. I know
Regardless,
the English language
Here's
is weird.
The English language is weird,
Mm-hmm.
and but that doesn't make it right. I'm sorry, but ham. Ooh, that's some tasty ham. HAM. Oh, I'm gonna mock the crap out of you. MOCK. Put those words together, and you have hammock.
Well,
It's just
tell
a
it-
weird word for it.
Tell it to the
It's-
people from Oregon who don't pronounce it correctly. They should totally say Oregon, right?
Babe.
Yep.
So there was a conversation that we had a long time ago
Yeah.
about your dad that you were supposed to call him about. But I don't
Oh.
think we need to call him.
We don't need
because
to.
your sisters are here.
Well, they'll know
And-
because they had to do it too.
Yeah. So apparently your dad was very concerned about your posture.
Stand up straight,
Oh.
shoulders back, chest out.
Yep, back
Right?
straight.
That is
Yeah.
a UTech family thing,
Shoulders
not
back,
just my
back
dad.
straight, chest
Oh.
out.
He never
Yeah.
wanted us to be round shouldered.
Everybody,
yeah, I totally
yes,
should be
and-
doing this
yep.
with my children.
Yep.
But then you had to, didn't you have to like stand on something
Nope.
and
Yeah.
balance?
Yeah, so dad
I didn't.
So dad had a punching bag, and he would set up blocks. Maybe he didn't do this with you guys, but he did with me. And also maybe I also probably didn't have as much good balance as you guys. I mean, Sean can vouch for that.
yeah,
I fall at least once a year. Anyway,
Once a year?
I have a bad
every other
I
day.
have a bad fall.
Once
like,
a year?
I have a bad fall, like once a year. Anyway, and no, but Dad he had these blocks for me to stand on, and I'd be working on the speed bag. I'd punch the speed bag, and I'd do that all while balancing on these blocks without falling. Because my
Is this something you dreamed?
no, this was a
no,
real.
I believe it. Dad would totally do that.
You-
but
Yeah.
Maybe you were hunchback.
Probably you were the weak.
No,
link.
no, I just had terrible balance. So I think that Dad always wanted to just kind of work on that, and
Yeah.
I mean, like, plus I felt cool punching the speed bag.
That was fun.
That was fun. You guys were also taller though too. Remember that?
It's true.
That's true.
Like I'm the short one in the family.
I outgrew you by 7th grade.
Yeah, I know.
I liked that period of time where we shared shoes. Those black and white ones that like was in the Boy Is Mine music video.
Yeah.
Remember those?
Oh,
Those were
yeah.
the best.
Heck yeah.
Did you guys
So
ever have
cute.
any big sister fights?
To my knowledge, Margaret and I have only fought once. You were little, and
You
I held you
pinned
down
me
and
down and
tickled
tickled
you.
me.
I know. See.
And I bit your arm because you wouldn't
I
listen
know,
to me.
and that's the one
and
time.
I'm the one who freaking got in trouble.
You bit
I-
her arm.
I bit her arm
Like,
because she
well,
wouldn't let me
You
go.
bit me.
Did you
Yeah,
leave,
well,
like-
you
No,
didn't respect
I
my
know,
autonomy.
but I know, but then I apologized.
I'm sure I forgave you.
You did,
Well,
and I
you know-
never did it again because I never wanted to make you mad ever in my life again, and so that was our
Aw.
one and only fight.
I just love those kids so much. Like they're all good kids, you know?
You're basically their version of Aunt Arlie.
Yeah, it's true.
Is that
Yes.
it?
Yeah, you're the auntie that comes around and brings presents.
No, they love you also.
Well,
even
yes,
if you didn't
but
bring
you do
presents.
bring presents.
You know what's funny though, John. So Margaret's son John, that's her second
He's
second
10.
kid. He's 10. He's actually my godson too. And Melanie is the godmother to Margaret's
Eliza,
first
yeah.
child, Eliza. And it's funny because so like Melanie is like super godmother. She actually remembers birthdays and baptismal birthdays and all those things, and she does cards, gifts, all that crap. And
I remember birthdays, not baptismal birthdays.
I
because I forgot to write them
am
on
the
my calendar.
worst. I am the worst. I don't pay attention because I'm not really into birthdays and I mean like I'm not into gifts, you know, and I feel bad about that, but also I'm like I make up for it with very nice Christmas presents. I feel, and but John will say to Margaret that like. Why what's something about like why Becky doesn't like get why doesn't Auntie B give me like any baptismal stuff but Eliza gets things, but I'm
Yeah.
like so like I'm a
Well, it's always comparing.
Yes.
It's the firstborn, secondborn thing.
but also Melanie is a good godmother in that sense.
Wow.
Yeah, and she has two godmothers,
I mean,
and
how
they're
many-
both good at it.
Like
I-
yeah.
Remember her birthday and Christmas, and I give but I don't know if I always remember her
Poor
baptismal
John.
birthday.
Poor John.
I
John
feel
has
bad.
me and Josh's
Eugene.
brother Eugene.
Oh boy, the two middle
No,
children.
you are the perfect godparents for him. He embodies both of your personalities.
So it's all good. So you're
Yeah.
glad you chose me.
Yeah.
Was there ever a point when you didn't even think of me to be the godparent?
No.
Okay, because you took a long time, and I was waiting for a while for you to ask me, and I was like, maybe
Oh.
she's not going to ask me.
No.
Am I
don't
too
think
much of a
so.
hot mess?
I was planning on having a third child, and then I would have asked you.
Really?
Yeah, but then Dave shut that down.
No,
so
that's
sorry.
fine. That means a lot. It's a thought that counts. I feel as though I am a good godmother in a bit. I mean, I do bring extra special things back for John. Like he got that conch shell,
Yes.
and that was a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Does he still display it?
Yeah, I think it's in
That's-
Israel.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
that was a big deal.
That was a big deal.
I know about that conch shell.
Well, that yes,
Because it got stolen.
It got stolen, and I had to get it back because we had an I planned this under the sea
Prom.
adult prom, and I needed some extra
Somebody
shells.
took it
So
from
I
the
brought-
decorations.
So I brought my shells in as like table decorations, and somebody had taken it. And I'm like, no, like, I'm sorry, I need that one back because it looks too much like Peppa Pig, and I need that shell back.
Thankfully, they found out and they turned it in.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and they felt really bad about it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, you can have another one if you want, if you really want a conch shell, but
yeah,
like,
but not that one.
not that one. That is earmarked for my godson.
Mm-hmm.
Since you guys have been here, what have you done? I know Beach Club, you did Farmers Market, Terracarpus Forest. Did you
today
hike?
We went hiking.
Yeah.
Did you go to Green the
Nope.
submarine?
No,
We
No, we
went
went
up
to the
the
Penis
shaft.
Peninsula.
Oh, yeah.
Peninsula.
Which I actually
We
I need
walked
to
down the
I
I'm
need
shaft.
to
sure it
see
actually
the
has a
tip.
name, but I'm sorry, but I look at that outside my window every day, and it looks like a big deck.
Okay.
And so I call it Penis Peninsula.
Okay.
And so we
well, if
decided
it
to walk.
wasn't called that, it is called that now.
We walked the shaft.
Peninsula.
It was very long.
Peninsula.
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 I like it.
And, that was a nice walk. It was
The
a good
head
hike.
is not connected though.
The head is not
Yeah.
connected.
Oh.
No.
That would hurt.
Ouch.
No, ouchies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's
was
been your
beautiful.
favorite?
Last night trying Mofungo.
Yeah, at La Pescaderia.
That was really
So
good.
good.
They really
So
wanted
good.
to try like a porridge.
I asked the owner of that restaurant what she recommended, and she said that was like the Puerto Rican dish, not for her restaurant, because I also asked her what to get at her restaurant. I forgot this too much.
Yeah, but our waiter was like, if you're gonna try mofungo, have it here because they use the right amount of broth so it's not dried out. Because a lot of places it's pretty dry. I say it's as dry as a popcorn fart, which I learned that from an old friend, and I still don't really know what that means, but I use it from time to
Dave's
time.
family just says dry as a fart.
Yeah.
I don't know. She
Yeah,
always,
but
it was
all
Rachel.
farts aren't
Rachel always
dry.
said dry as a popcorn fart.
That's so true, Erin. Sea farts.
There are juicy
Gross.
parts.
Come on, do we need to do this now?
Sharks. Becky?
I mean, we
Ooh.
talk about poop and farts on this show.
Becky
Let's-
does not like to talk about for fun fact, Becky for a long time swore she has never she would say toot if she had to, and that was
Or
like,
fluff.
Yeah, or fluff, but she swore that she had never farted like in her life.
I would leave the room and I would go into a different room and do my thing, and then I would come back because I did not. And mind you, I'm amongst a family who is very open, so they're just letting it out.
So is that like
Better
if
out than
a
in.
tree falls in the forest, you don't hear it?
Yes.
So if
Kind of.
Yes.
you don't fart in the same room as someone,
I can
Then it
tell
doesn't-
you at this point in my life at 40 I have farted and
There it is,
Okay.
folks.
she said it here. And it's fine.
Yeah, did you hear that?
We-
Becky farts.
Well, and the thing is, it's like I would hold it in because I didn't want to, and I would get these horrible stomach aches. So, because
And that's why you had to eat Jimmy's.
and then I had to eat Jimmy's. So I was the kid that had to eat these special Jimmy's.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't-
what
'cause
are
I was-
Jimmy's?
It's a derogatory name for brown sprinkles.
Yeah.
But like they were.
It was medicine, but it looked like
It was.
It was
like Metamucil type of
Yeah,
thing.
it was
Ew.
filled with
but
fiber.
it
It was
looked like
meant.
sprinkles.
It
like
was
for an
meant
Oh,
ice cream.
funny.
It was meant to help you do number 2, and because I
Okay.
struggled as a kid.
Right.
We don't need to continue this conversation. I don't
in
think
this directional.
I don't. In this
Directional.
directional. Oh, that Erin was not there for that conversation.
Oh,
Trish called me out on this. What do you call the things like when you need to move into another lane?
We're all staring
the
at
light
Erin.
that you flash.
Yeah, you
To
turn
indicate
on
that
the
you
thing so
are
you can move into
changing
Your
lanes.
turn signal?
Yeah,
Okay.
amen.
Ooh.
That's what I call it too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Turn signal.
Yeah, so I sometimes refer to it as a directional, and Trish that threw her
Some
off.
people
She's like
call it a
directional.
Blinker.
Like turn on your
Blinker.
directional.
Blinker, turn signal.
Blinker.
Does
I
anybody?
say blinker like
I-
Trish.
I'm gonna just put this out there. If anybody else says the word directional, can you please message me because I think we could be friends.
Why don't you do a poll and
Okay.
give like options
Yeah.
and which one they use? Turn
could also
signal.
Nobody
blinker.
uses
Turn-
directional.
Turn indicator.
You don't know.
Turn
Yeah.
indicator. turn signal,
vote for
blinker.
I
Cool.
like directional though. I might start using it.
So needless to say, this whole trip now, Melanie's been trying to use directional in sentences as much as she can.
Trish challenged me.
Oh.
Yeah.
So does Becky do that to you guys? So we went on a cruise
Oh yeah, I had a lot of fun with this.
over New Year's 2023 into
2022 into
2022
yeah.
into 2023.
Yeah.
Yes. And she decided that it would be fun to challenge her friends to do certain
Things on
things.
the cruise.
So one night, a few people had to talk in accents.
Talk in
That's
accents
fun.
with
And
a-
not
if-
break.
And if not break, even if somebody
that's hard.
mentioned it, you'd be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I do that too.
And then I challenged Erin, and Erin impressed me
Ooh,
so
what,
much.
what was your accent?
No,
No.
mine wasn't accents because
Oh.
I can't do accents.
Yeah.
Mine was to change outfits multiple times throughout the night
Ooh,
and
fun.
not let anybody know
Yeah. So if
that I
anybody
was
called-
changing outfits.
Yeah. So if anybody called her out on it, she'd be like, "I've been wearing this the whole
Yeah,
night."
what are you talking
Oh,
about?
I love
Nice.
And
that.
she
That is
actually
good.
did it. So we're at dinner.
Make
So
them
she's like
feel
changing in
crazy.
bathrooms and stuff.
I did. I had this really like small dress that I could put in my purse. So I did go back to the room once and change.
Did you change 3 or 4 times? What was it?
I think
three?
I think I had 3 different outfits. So like first outfit, I think I went back to the room and changed, and then I changed in a bathroom.
Yeah.
Did your hubby notice?
No.
Of course
Did he?
not.
I don't think
Did he?
I don't think he noticed.
Now granted, I think 2 of the dresses were
Similar.
pretty similar, but
Still.
they were still different dresses.
Needless to say, I need to bring that back because I really enjoyed the challenges.
I feel like you need to rapid fire Becky.
Everybody was kung fu fighting.
Okay. So I have rapid fire, but I feel like I already know Becky's.
But does everyone else?
Do you? Do you truly know?
But do you?
Ooh, maybe we should do
Ooh.
like. You guys are kind of a couple. Maybe we should ask Erin the question.
No, let me answer. Let
Let's
me
give
answer
Erin.
Becky's rapid fire.
Yeah,
Let me
Margaret.
answer
Yeah.
Becky's
Oh
rapid
my
fire.
gosh, I want to see how well you know me.
Okay.
This is exciting.
Oh,
Let's-
this makes me so
Okay.
excited. Okay.
I'm already scared of the first answer.
We're not going to time
All
this
right.
because I think she's
All
got
right,
this.
all right, people.
right.
I don't know. Oh,
Okay.
yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Okay, go.
Favorite things rapid fire, and I'm looking at Becky for this, right?
But
No,
Erin-
'cause
but
I'm
Erin-
answering.
I'm
Erin's
looking.
gonna answer.
Okay, but it's about
Yeah.
Becky.
We're-
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. Number 1, color,
Blue.
movie.
Wow,
What?
you suck at this already. Let's keep going.
Number 2.
No, green. Kelly Green.
Oh, that's my girl.
All
Yes.
right.
Save.
Number 2, movie.
Pride and Prejudice.
Nope.
Is it Legally Blonde?
Nope.
It used to be Legally Blonde. Is it Footloose?
Nope.
Oh.
Gone with the Wind.
Yep.
Okay.
yeah.
So
Okay.
All right. Number 3, musician or band.
it's the 3 cellos.
2 cellos.
2 cellos.
But also no.
It's the. Is it the Hell one?
No, you always say the 2 cellos. That's the band that you would
No.
go see on a
You know
on a
what?
cruise.
It's probably
No,
BB Mac.
it's actually 2 Steps from Hell.
Yay! See,
well
there we
done,
go.
Margaret.
you
Yes.
that is
Favorite-
not true. You've
favorite
never
comp-
said that on this show.
I
She's
have
allowed
never
to
said
change
actual-
it.
Again,
I've-
she cheats at games.
her
No, I do
prerogative.
not.
She should
Melanie-
be wanting me to win here.
I'm just
Not.
kidding.
Thank you. No, it is 2 Steps from Hell. At concerts that I would go to again and again. would
2
be
cellos.
2 cellos.
Okay.
But
And
2
I was
Steps
just
from
off
Hell,
by one
and
number.
I actually just like 2 weeks ago I got a notification saying the band like 2 Steps from Hell is breaking up.
I've never even heard
They're
that.
the
2
most
steps
because-
from hell.
Yeah, because I'm very into composers.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I listen to movie scores. Like
Did
that's
everyone
my
know
jam.
that Becky can play piano and she can learn music by ear? Because that's
No.
a fascinating fact.
That is a fascinating fact.
Does
There's
anybody
so much
have a
I don't know
piano?
about you.
Let's keep going.
Okay.
All right. Number 4, food.
Don't get it enough. I don't get enough, and I
That's
need to
what
find
she
a
said.
restaurant that has
Sushi?
Yeah.
All right. Number 5, hobby.
Painting.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Number 6, place you visited. Probably Sheboygan.
Wait. Favorite place I've visited?
Favorite place you visited.
Erin's not gonna know this because
I don't know this
You
either.
know what? Fuck it. She should know this
Ooh.
I should know this.
Was it
Yeah.
on a trip you went together?
because I live there now.
Oh.
Oh, Puerto Rico?
Palmas.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. Number
Okay.
7, animal.
Horses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number 8, favorite sport to watch.
Oh. Well, she doesn't like sports.
None of them. She probably watched.
But if she had to watch a sport,
I know.
Live.
baseball.
Yes.
Yep. All right. Number 9, favorite sport to play.
I'm sorry, I don't have both hands available.
Volleyball?
I don't have both hands available. What I haven't done in a while that we
Ping
need to go and
pong.
start back up again.
Pickleball, but we
Golf.
Oh,
Oh, golf. Duh.
Derp-a-derp. All
Oh my
right.
god.
Oh,
It's
this-
because you haven't played with me in so long. I forgot that you
I
play
know.
golf.
Do you
We're
guys
gonna get back at
Do you
it.
guys play pickleball? Because you
Yeah,
totally
we
should.
did. We did. We haven't in a while.
used to,
Yeah, we
and
did.
something happened, and we.
I actually miss it.
I know.
need
I
to
really.
revive
Part
I
of
feel
that.
it.
like we could take them. We should take
Well,
them.
Yeah,
so
I
par-
suck at it.
Part of the
Yeah, we've
problem,
never
I
played.
think, right now, especially, is they're resurfacing the courts, and there's only 2 courts,
Oh.
and I've heard that it's like super busy.
Oh, I imagine so,
So
yeah.
I honestly haven't been over there, but that's my excuse.
All right. This next one, the last one, number 10, is a very important one because Miss Rebecca, she comes from the dairy state, Wisconsin. So number 10, favorite ice cream flavor.
Oh, yeah.
Is it something caramel? Pistachio?
What it
I
was
feel
when
like
you
I
were
should know
little.
this.
Sherbert.
No. I'm like thinking creamies, and it's not caramel because I
Good.
know you liked caramel.
Gotolato.
You know, it's actually really hard because
That's what she said.
because I actually really love like French vanilla. I love French vanilla.
When you
Like,
were little, I think it was Oreo.
and but when I was a
Oh.
kid, it was either Oreo or cookie dough.
Mm.
But if you gave me what is my like super yum yum my tummy, like chocolate with like brownies in it.
Oh.
So
Oh,
good.
that has
to
changed.
know.
It
Yeah.
used to be vanilla.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Only
used-
vanilla.
Yeah, but
with
but if you
Oreos.
give me like if you can give me like an amazing like vanilla bean, oh, it's like that's my love it.
Also-
I'm so vanilla.
All 3 of us, when we would go camping every year, that was our family vacation, was camping.
Mm-hmm.
And there was campgrounds, and they would
Oh,
always
council
have
grounds.
they would always have Blue Moon ice cream.
And I didn't like it.
Mm.
They both got
How
blue
dare
moon, and I
you.
never got
That's
my
my
But you
favorite
favorite.
like
vanilla.
you like the one with the chiclet gum in it, though. We
Oh,
did-
yeah,
we like that. The
Oh, I
little
miss
tiny
that
gum
place.
pieces.
What?
Mhm.
That was at Council Grounds.
That was
in
Council
Merrill.
Grounds?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I
Cedar
love
Crest
that one.
ice cream, I'm pretty sure still makes that.
That's so cool.
yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So,
Also-
did I pass or
but
fail?
no, you
I think
fucking
you did
failed.
great.
You did
no,
good on like the
Becky's
second
wrong.
guess.
You did
needed
great.
a little bit of help.
That was a little aggressive, Becky.
I'm sorry. I feel really bad about that.
You did great. I give you a pass.
There is one question on the other rapid fire that was not on that list, and that was favorite app on my phone.
Ooh, what's your favorite app on your phone?
TikTok?
I would guess Instagram.
It's TikTok or Instagram, I think.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. Because I have so much good content on those. I love all of like I have so much like health food and stuff. Like I have my reels are awesome.
My reels
You
are
should
awesome.
follow
They're all
her,
dogs.
guys.
Follow me on TikTok
Or cheeks.
and Instagram. I am at my handle is Bekka-lekka-hi,
Or
Be
but
cute.
it also looks like Becutes. So BECUTES. Follow me.
Yeah, do it. I don't feel like I failed.
You did
I
not
think
fail.
you did great. You
did not
deserve a
fail.
drink.
I think that at first,
Mhm.
I think that I do believe that you remember that Kelly green is my favorite color,
That's great.
but you thought blue because
The mics, because I
microphone.
always know you're the
because
blue
I
mic.
said
And then I was like, no,
picked
I
the
know
blue
that's not right.
because she doesn't have green.
Yeah.
And blue is my secondary color. Like a navy blue is like my second favorite color.
Oh, green is my favorite color.
Like what color green?
Probably closer to like sagey
Yeah.
or of the muted
Kelly
colors.
green, baby.
Your favorite color when you were in 4th grade was orange. I remember that.
It was orange.
Like I always picture when I think of you, I think of orange and pink together.
That's fair.
You're kind of wearing that
Yeah,
right now.
she kind of
Almost.
is.
It's gold.
I'm wearing pink and
Gold and pink.
I know, but the lighting on the neck almost looks
It
orange
looks
right
it
now.
looks really good on you.
Mhm. What about you, Melanie? What's your favorite
Blue.
color? Blue.
And
Turquoise, too.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that you guys got to come visit here because you get to see what my life is like here. You get to see my friends. You see what amazing people I have in my circle.
Yeah, you have
And-
good taste.
And I know, right? And I'm so grateful for that. Like, I'm so grateful. Like, my friends are fiercely loyal, as Erin says, and I'm blessed.
I don't want to get teary, but when we took a
Hashtag-
break, I was talking to Erin about that, how we see that, and we're so happy that you're happy and you found your tribe, and everybody's supportive and doesn't take advantage of your niceness, and it's just reassuring as your older sister to feel like I don't have to protect you. I mean, I always will.
And it works
Palmas
out.
is awesome.
Palmas is awesome.
And I did. So you guys talked about that JLD video. I did look that up. It does make you want to move here.
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
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 Yep.
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 I
Yep.
did not.
But
watch
then you
this
come and
video.
visit,
the
and it
propaganda
really just
video.
you're like, wow, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Palmas is really.
It's a magical place with phenomenal people.
Yeah.
To this day, like, I will always bring this up because Margaret is a really good writer. Melanie's a very good writer too, but she's very good at like lyrics and poetry and that kind of
Yes,
stuff.
That is true.
Margaret's good at writing too, in her own way. But she in college had written this story called I Digress.
Yes, that was for Professor Sutton at UW
And-
Green Bay.
And I loved it so much, and I wanted that to be published because Margaret did this whole story called I Digress. And you're reading the story, but then at the very end, she brings it right back to where she started.
yeah,
And-
because I kept
and-
digressing.
And because you forget what the story initially was,
Yeah.
so that by the time you get to the end
I
of
don't
it, you're
even
like, "Oh my
remember.
god, that was amazing!"
Yeah, I don't even think I got an A on it.
Oh no,
Maybe an A minus.
But I loved that
Yeah,
story.
that
I
was
want
a
to
good
read
one.
that. Do
I
you
think
still
there was
have that?
something. There was something about the couch, the orange couch in there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
I digress.
Yeah.
Orange
Yeah.
recliner. We didn't
No,
have an
the
orange
couch in the
It was-
playroom.
It was the couch.
Oh,
the one.
Was this
I
the couch
was-
that Becky jumped off of when she thought she could
Yes.
fly?
Oh, this is also
yeah.
the couch
Yeah.
that I was in that room, and I told everyone. Well, not everyone. My mom was like, "Oh, Maggie, who are you talking to?" And I said, "I'm talking to Jesus." Like, yeah.
Becky, you actually jumped off of a lot of stuff
Listen, what? That's not true.
when we were little.
I had a dream that I was friends with Casper and we were flying
Yep.
around. And
I
so the
remember that.
morning I woke up and I went down to the playroom and I jumped off
Oh.
and I thought all I had to do was pick up my knees but I face planted on the floor.
Was this like Devon Sawa, Casper?
Heck yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah. Devin Sawa back then, right? Am I right? Am I right, ladies, right?
I have no idea what
It
you're
was
talking
Have you ever
about.
adorable.
What was that other movie?
Tiger Beat, man. I had like his poster all
Oh,
over my bedroom.
All over the wall.
It's the gap.
JTT, Jonathan
Jonathan
Taylor
Taylor
Thomas.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, so funny.
There's a little bit of an age gap.
tiny.
Meh.
So you were probably into maybe like Joey from Blossom.
Oh, Joey Lawrence.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I do listen to their podcast, Brotherly Love. I
Oh,
enjoy
I
it.
didn't
It's
know
really
that
good.
was a-
It's cute. It's really good.
But now we're gonna listen.
Yeah.
Now Margaret's going to start listening to my podcast.
Erin, did
Yes,
you
I
enjoy New
promise
Kids on the Block?
I will
Of
listen.
course. Yes.
We're a good
Yeah.
time.
I've actually
For a
seen
good
them
time call.
recently.
And
They're
Were
just
still
as good.
good?
They're just as good as they were
I
back
have
in the
not
day.
seen them yet.
Yeah.
Who? What? Who? What? What?
NKOTB.
I still have my
My
Jordan
friend
Night doll.
Celeste is super into them.
So yeah, they were not my first concert, but they were definitely like early concert and saw them multiple times.
Who was your first concert, Becky? Backstreet Boys?
The Backstreet Boys,
All
but
right,
also
guess
that
who's
same
back?
summer was Lifehouse.
Oh,
yeah, and that was
yeah.
a good concert. Yeah.
Okay. What about you, Margaret?
I think it was in Sync at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Melanie?
Yeah.
I've been to a lot of concerts.
You have that in common with Erin.
Oh.
I do not honestly remember my
She's
first concert.
seen Red Hot Chili Peppers like
a lot.
A lot.
I've seen a lot of bands.
yeah.
Yeah.
You, Trish, and Aaron, like you have
I
that in common. You
love
can talk
going
about
to
that.
concerts. My
Monica and
husband-
Chuck, though, would be
I do not.
right there with you with Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Hey.
I do not
They
really
love them.
care for
Anthony
concerts because
Kiedis
I have
is
really
hot.
bad anxiety at them.
I love you, and I'm super proud of you, and you're super successful, but like not in a bitchy way,
In
like
a
a very
humble way.
humble way.
Aw.
And I'm very proud of you, and I'll probably cry if I talk anymore.
Oh.
It makes me so happy. That means the world to me.
Yeah.
Melanie, you?
I love you lots, like tater tots.
Lots like tater tots.
I already told. Well, I mean, I told Erin before, and I kind of said it earlier.
Yeah, but words of
Yeah, but we
affirmation
we
is my
didn't
love
we didn't
language.
get it
I
on.
know.
We didn't get it
Richard's
recorded.
fine. By the way, if you say something nice to Becky, you have to say it at least 3 times.
No,
For her
Otherwise
to
she won't
actually
believe it.
hear it
Yeah.
and believe it.
It's true. Doggone it. People like you.
Yeah. So believe it.
say like visiting.
She
It
has
means the
been
world to
so
me.
excited for you guys
Yes.
to get here
Yes.
and like prepping and like what are we gonna do?
I'm
and
making them come back every year.
cleaning the house
Yeah.
and
Which you didn't have to do because
I
you
had
have
to.
children.
I have very low standards. I have 5 kids.
But we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me too.
Thanks for
Love
coming on the
you.
show.
You're welcome.
I love you guys too.
Oh,
Just
love
'cause,
you,
you know.
Erin.
Love you too, Erin.
You were
You're
right away
great.
the one to hug us, and I was like, "Yep,
Yep.
she's a keeper."
Yep.
Like I'm sorry, but like Trish and Aaron, it's usually Trish and Aaron. So Trish found them on Facebook and sent them messages on Facebook Messenger the
very
day that they
sweet.
were flying.
Yeah.
Like saying like, have a good flight. Can't wait to meet you.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Erin pops in and she's like her Erin self. Because
Yeah.
everybody loves Erin. So
Yep. How can you not?
how can you
Aw.
not? So Erin and I were supposed to be friends a lot longer before this, but
Yep. But
It's
it
all
happened
good.
when it was meant to happen.
exactly. So it's all
Okay,
good now.
Sarah, Sarah.
Whatever will be, will be.
We've been
The
singing a lot on this show
future
lately.
are to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be.